Hello and happy Tuesday. And yes, Jeff does look a little different today. You guys all know Mike. Mike is from our team, and he's now relocated to the upstate. Mike, was it cold up there today too?
Yeah, it was chilly. Kind of colder in the morning and then warmed up in the afternoon to a nice chill. It was still chilly, but I had this little light hoodie type thing on today and wore it most of the day.
Yeah. I heard you might get snow Thursday.
Man, snow 95% of the time only happens north of I-85.
Okay.
So if we get it here, it's got to be a pretty good one.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, we do these lives every Tuesday. Usually Jeff is on with me, and sometimes we have the whole team on. And today I just wanted Mike on so that we could talk about basically the whole state of South Carolina tonight. Really, why we do these is we want to answer your questions live. So if you go down in the comments, first of all, tell us where you're watching from tonight. And if you have a different crazy screen name, tell us what your real name is so I don't call you, Big Papa 123 or something like that. We have your real screen name. But yeah, comment where you're watching from tonight. If it's your first time watching, let us know that. And then, as we go through tonight, really what we want to hear from you is your questions. Your questions about living in the Summerville, Charleston area. Your questions about living in Spartanburg and Greenville. Mike has a client over in Myrtle Beach. He's possibly having a client down in Bluffton, down at Sun City down there. So we covered the whole state. We'd love to answer all your questions. If we don't know it, sometimes we make it up, but we'll always try to get you the right answer eventually, okay? Let's see who's watching so far. We got Robin on from our team. What's up, Robin? How's it going?
Hey, Robin.
We got Mike the Turco's on from Tidewater. How's it going, guys? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Dan and Judy are here from Chesterfield, Michigan. Doing well here. I hope you guys are doing well too. Paula from Del Webb Nexton. What's going on, Paula? How are you?
Recognize that name, that street name.
Right? And we got Bob on. I don't know why it's not clicking. There we go. Bob's on from Horizons. Did you hear they're going to connect Carnes to Rose Drive to get to Nexton? Rose Drive. I'm trying to think of which one that is. Rose Drive. I did not hear that, Bob. That is great news, though, because Jeff will be extremely happy that he'll be able to golf cart over to Nexton, and it'll be a cut through. If it's like a real road, it'll be a cut through so that he can get to his mom's house in Del Webb Nexton super quick. No, I'm glad you told us that, Bob. I appreciate that. Ken is on from Del Webb Nexton. I've been here for a year. It's already been a year, Ken. I remember you driving by us when you were I don't think you had moved in yet, and you were driving by and you saw us out there on that street you live on. So that's crazy. It's been a year already. Abigail Klim is on. What's up, Abby?
Hey, you know her.
Yes. Rose is on. What's going on, Rose? Hope you're doing well. This thing is being iffy today. All right, Tom is on from South Jersey.
South Jersey.
Hope you're doing good. Edna's on from Pennsylvania. I still can't believe he's making you stay up there, Edna. And to be honest, today it was a little chilly, Edna. So it wasn't the beautiful sunny 70 like we normally have told you. So you can listen to your husband today. All right, I'm afraid to put this comment up here. This hot mama 70, and I'm from Charleston. My question is this, Mike: how would you differentiate the upstate from the low state? Which do you prefer and why? All right, before you answer this, Mike, I got to take family out of the equation. All right.
Yeah, because I know that's the thing that tips the scale.
Yeah.
So we have grandchildren up here, so it makes it a lot more appealing. I thought about this actually earlier. before I came on, and I would compare it like having two children. You love them both equally. You just love them for different reasons. And there's a lot I love about Charleston that you can't get up here, and there's a lot I love about the upstate that you don't have down in Charleston. So that's the general answer. But I mean, I love the four seasons up here. I love the mountains and the ability to hike and different things like that that we don't always have down there. But we certainly don't have a beach up here. So there is that. And I'm not sure what happened to Mark, Robin. Your question just kind of blew him out of the water. So, and I am in a really bad spot here because I don't have access to any of the other questions coming in. So, not really sure what to do with that.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
So the page just
panic.
said the page just said something went wrong, and I had to get back in there. So no, I'm glad Robin brought up this question because it's a good question, right? I'm not sure what you said right after I left, but there's totally different stuff to do up there in the upstate than there is down here. Like obviously we don't have mountains down here, and you can get to mountains in what, 15, 20 minutes?
30, 40. The big ones, maybe 45 to an hour, maybe.
Okay. And then, downtown Greenville is awesome with the waterfalls and all of that stuff. So,
yeah. And what I said, Mark, was, basically I love the four seasons up here. I love the nature, some of the mountains and the hiking and things like that you're able to do. I love being kind of sandwiched in between Atlanta and Charlotte. Those aren't that far away from us. And then Gatlinburg, is 3 hours, Pigeon Forge, 3 hours from where we are. So there's a lot, of plus side for the upstate. But again, we don't have a beach, and we don't have the coastal, stuff that the Lowcountry has, which I love, and I think most people love.
Yeah. Good. Thanks for that question, Robin. Robin says, hi, Abby. Gina's here. Hey, Mom. How are you? All right. So hi from Joy and Brian from Yaphank. Yep, Hank. I don't know.
Yeah, Pink.
They're from Long Island.
Skip that and said Long Island. Yeah.
Yeah, they're from Long Island. Awesome. And Rose Drive is at Pages, Bob says. Okay. So that makes more sense now. So there's that neighborhood back there. If you go down the road next to Pages, do you remember what that neighborhood's called, Mike? I forget.
No.
Okay.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And my wife will probably text me right now because she knows that neighborhood from working in the school district. But yeah, so that's cool. I didn't even think about that could connect over to Carnes that way. So very cool. Lynn and Dan from Massachusetts. Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. We got Fayetteville in the house. Hope you're doing good over there, Kelly. I think Kelly's the one that messaged me today that I was telling you about, Mike, that she was asking to make sure the live was going to happen tonight. So, welcome back, Kelly. Thanks for joining.
Absolutely.
Loretta from
Mark,
Pocono Lake. What's that?
I said I'm showing it as Rose Court Farms. That neighborhood.
Yeah, that's not. No, it's Tramway. My wife just texted me.
Tramway. Yeah.
Tramway is the neighborhood. Yep. So that road will go right by Tramway, which will come right to our office too. If you think
right to the office and the restaurants and all of that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Glad to have you, Loretta. Thanks for tuning in as you always do. We got John from Horizons and Carnes and from New York. Ken said almost to the day he's been there a year. That's funny.
Wow.
Vic and Lori are on, spending our last winter in New York.
Yeah, buddy.
Love it. Wayne is on from Baldwin Harbor, Long Island, New York. Hello from Razorback Nation, Fayetteville, Arkansas. We got 2 on from Fayetteville. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they're together, huh?
They might be, but maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
What is the warmest area of the mid-state that does not get ice or snow? Columbia still gets some ice. Florence and Darlington still get ice. What do you think? Aiken probably that still gets ice too, which is closer to the Georgia border.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't want any ice, and now it's not regular, anywhere in the state, but that occasional winter storm and here in the upstate, we're more likely to get ice than snow, which is, I think, worse. But
yes.
Yeah, I think you'd have to go closer to Orangeburg.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Orangeburg, maybe Santee might be kind of which Santee is only 45 minutes from Summerville. I would considering moving there one day just because of the golf courses and the lakes and all of that. Obviously, we cover that area too. But yeah, I mean,
well, and that's another show, but that place is probably getting ready to blow up too. So
that's right. Yeah, they're thinking about, I don't know if it got fully approved yet, but there used to be like a Tanger outlet type place there, and they're thinking about replacing that with a casino, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that'll be good for the economy. I don't know how great the locals will love it, but it's a prime location right there off 95.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say, Santee, Orangeburg, Columbia, even you're going to get an every once in a while snowstorm there. A lot of people like Lexington, which is, just to the west or west and south of Columbia. So I think that answers your question there. Edna says it's a mutual decision. All kidding aside, our house is beautiful and absolutely love it. Wouldn't trade this separated time for the world. Our grandchildren still need moms. Oh, moms. I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah.
Have you heard mom?
No.
That's good. Mom's taxi service. That's awesome.
That's cool.
Family is so important. So I so agree with you, Edna, for sure.
Yep. All about it.
She says Bob loves pages. Yep. Why don't we have more mom and pop establishments in the Summerville area? All I see are car related businesses, collision repair, tires. Ugh. Yeah, so there's a couple like Cane Bay Tire and Auto over there on Highway 17. It's kind of a mom and pop type place. There are a lot of chain type tire places. Gerald's is pretty local though, if I remember correctly. They have many locations. But yeah, you're right. There's more chain type businesses than there are mom and pops for sure. And
I think like downtown Summerville, you got a lot of mom and pop shops and different things like that. So I think part of it is just where you go. You might have to look a little bit harder, but I think they're certainly around.
Yeah. Let us know if you need something though. You can email us at Charleston Area Living. If there's something specific you're looking for, if it's a contractor or something like that, we have that on our website. But if it's something specific you're looking for, a small business, between Mike and I and Jeff, usually we can, kind of dial you in and get you somebody good. Especially Mike deals with a lot of commercial as well. So he knows a lot of people that have started businesses here too. Kelly said she did a message and she said, that's my husband. I thought we had a few different people. That's okay. We're glad that your husband is here too. Love the downtown Summerville shopping. I need an Ace Hardware close to downtown Summerville or Nexton. So there actually is an Ace over on College Park Road. About the third of the way down on the left if you're heading towards 26, right, Mike?
Yeah. Yeah, and there's Westbury too, hardware.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm talking about. Is that
what you're talking about? Yeah. Westbury is a pretty good one.
So yeah, on College Park Road on the left, a little ways down, there's a nice hardware store. I've had to go there several times when I didn't want to go to the Home Depot or Lowe's, and they were able to help me a lot for sure.
What's that? What's that one over in Knightsville, Mark?
Knightsville.
It's across the street from the Publix, sort of.
Oh yeah, over next to the Italian place, Italian Bistro.
Yeah. Yep.
Hardware. Let me look it up. Hardware store.
Because that would be a good one to land over there in the next in Cane Bay area. Actually, I think
it's called Grayco, Grayco, and that is. Let me see what street that's on. That's on Central Ave.
Yeah, it's on Central Avenue.
Yeah,
it's a lot like an Ace Hardware too.
Yep. Becky's on from Crofton, Maryland, ready to be done with these cold winters. That's how I was when I moved from Massachusetts and Jeff moved from Pittsburgh. Jeff has told his story all the time. He had to dig a hole for the dog to go to the bathroom, and that was his last winter there. Mine was in Massachusetts, and I tore my knee up skiing, and the next winter I couldn't do anything. I just hated the snow because I couldn't ski or snowshoe or any of that stuff. So I was like, yep, I'm done. And I've gone back to visit, but I haven't gone back since.
Have you skied since?
No. Not this knee. I think it would crack right back over there. I'm lucky I'm golfing, Mike.
Oh yeah.
Love the downtown shopping area. I need a Ace. Okay, we already talked about that one. Heidi and Wes from Chile, Connecticut, Horizons, Collins, and Summers Corner. Yes. We do we have another video coming out from Summers Corner? No, we just did one today. We were in Nexton, Midtown, and then we were over at Summerwing Crossing. So those will be coming out in a couple weeks as far as videos on those. And we saw some really nice spec homes in both of those communities, and all of them were under 520. Pretty much done. Yeah, really, really nice. Robert says there's an Ace over on College Park, and Ace hardware stores are great. Kelly said, yeah. Philip's my stepson. The no when he asked you to ski, he's laughing. He's like, no. He's laughing at my no. Whining, but 20 minutes minimum from Del Webb to the closest hardware store. I know. I'm sorry. Hopefully, I've been hoping that one would go in Cane Bay, or really it's next in over there by the McDonald's across from Buffalo Wild Wings. I've been hoping a hardware store would go there. I feel like that would be an ideal location for a hardware store.
Yeah, that would be a great place. And not too far down the road, they're building a new shopping center called Seamist, and it's going to have quite a bit of commercial and retail stuff in there as well.
Yeah, somebody asked about that last week, and you would have been proud of me, Mike. I was able to find the commercial listing and pull up the pictures and everything from the commercial listing that showed some of the fast food going in there. You would have been so proud.
Yeah, a lot of fast food in there.
Yeah.
That's good. Good job, Mark.
Yes. Thank you. Dan says, I spent 26 years with Home Depot, but there's nothing like a small hardware store to get the help you need with anything. Yeah, it seems like it's a little more personal, right? Like you go in there, you have a problem, they're willing to help you out a little bit more. Home Depot and Lowe's has done that for me too. Like, hey, I need this. How do I fix this? And they've been able to do it. But I feel like an Ace for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I feel like anybody you talk to there is going to kind of have a good base knowledge of what you're needing. But I'll tell you this. I don't remember it was Home Depot or Lowe's, but it was one of them. And I was in there and I needed help. And I'm always hesitant to ask anybody there because sometimes they don't know as much as I even know, and I don't know much. And this little old lady came walking up to me, and I could tell she was an employee. And I thought, oh, great. Like this is not going to be helpful at all. Man, she was the smartest. She had all the answers, dude. I was like, every time I come in here, I'm looking for you. So
Yeah,
I got learned a lesson.
God revealed something to you there, right?
Oh man, I'm telling you.
We go to our 150-year-old hardware store in New Jersey. We could buy one screw, not a blister pack of 50. Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Kelly says she's coming to visit the Charleston area next month. Summerville is on our list to visit. Awesome. Kelly, yeah, book a Zoom call with us. Down in the description of this, once it posts, you should see a link, and we'll have the QR code up at the end as well. But we would love to chat, see if we can't point you in the right direction, one-on-one, answer all your questions, all of that stuff. And even if you're, not going to buy for a year or two, I mean, Mike will tell you, we deal with people like that all the time, right, Mike?
All the time.
Yeah. She says would love that. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, check it out. Actually, let's see. Can I put that QR code up now? I think there's a way to do it. Hold on. Here it is. Okay, there it is up in the top corner.
There you go.
All right. Comments. There was one more comment, I think. Nope, I think I hit them all. Okay. Awesome. All right, so let's keep the questions coming. We definitely want to answer your questions more than anything else that we want to put out there. But I'm going to try to share my screen. First thing I want to hit is the weather, right? People are always asking about the weather that is coming here in Charleston. I'm going to pull it up here. Had it up, but then, it failed on me. So here is the weather. It's going to be a little chilly. We had some people come in that were Dwayne's clients today, Mike, and they just sold their place in Mexico. And they said, what is going on with this weather? And we were like, it's January. We're going to get a couple weeks like this. And
but let's not forget, just a few weeks ago on Christmas Day, I was running around in shorts and a T-shirt. So,
Well, just Saturday, right? Saturday was 78 here. I was like, woo, it's getting a little warm. But yeah, so we got, 40 overnight tomorrow night. And then it kind of goes down in the 20s Thursday.
Look at that 21.
Yeah. I think that's why they said you might get some snow up there a little bit. And then we're gonna have some.
Well, and that's funny because actually I'll be in Charleston on Thursday and Friday, so
safe.
My
You're
wife
safe.
might get some. Yeah.
You'll get your boy out there shoveling the driveway.
Yeah.
So we'll have some cold nights coming up here, and then it looks like we're back in the 60s by next Thursday, so that's good. I saw this picture, Mike. I thought you would like this. The other day when it was 78, somebody posted this picture, and this guy was golfing or whatever. But like for me, I'm telling my friends, I get a gimme. That ball's staying there, and I get a gimme on the other side of the fairway. Is that how you play, or would your people tell you have to play it where it lies?
No, my people wouldn't, and I don't care what my people would tell me. I'm just such a skeptic, man. I look at that and I think, is that photo even real? But
I think this one's real. Like this is actually somebody.
So, does he know that thing is behind him? I mean, what's he doing?
I think he's maybe moving his ball. I don't know. Is that his ball right behind him? No, that's just something else.
No,
I don't know.
But, I think we should vote. I think you should poll the crowd and see who thinks it's a real picture or an AI picture.
All right. Mike called it. Put down in the comments, is this a real picture or an AI picture? I believe it's real just because of where it came from. A lot of people, there's alligators down here sometimes. I think more in Hilton Head and Myrtle Beach than there are here. But on the golf courses here, there's alligators all the time.
Now, you didn't say one of our clients sent this to us, did you?
No.
Okay. Because then, yeah, absolutely, it's real.
Yeah. But yeah, it was on one of the real estate pages in Myrtle Beach, and the person that posted it, I feel like they wouldn't have just posted that if it was AI.
Yeah. Now, I don't doubt alligators on the golf course happens all the time,
Yeah.
but a guy bending over in front of an alligator on the golf course, that's where I kind of question it.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. But we do have alligators here. That's probably one of our biggest questions we get from people moving
All the
here
time.
when we do the Zoom calls and when they come in
Yep.
town. So, like, is my little Fluffy going to get eaten when I put them out in the backyard? So, if you live near water, you know there's that video that the woman goes down and touches the water, and this is how you can tell if there's an alligator in South Carolina on the south side, and you know if you put your finger in there and it's wet, there's probably an alligator in there. And that's true for our area as well. So, you know, that they are here. They don't usually bother people as long as you're not getting this close and taking selfies, trying to take selfies with alligators or feeding it chicken.
Yeah.
You know,
The big thing is don't feed them, you know?
Yeah.
Because when you start to feed them, that's when they lose their fear of people.
That's right.
And then that's when they end up because here in South Carolina, we don't relocate alligators. If an alligator gets the police called on them, they're not going to make it. So you know, they will dispatch them and move them out. But so we tell people all the time, don't feed them. Just leave them alone. They'll run away from you usually.
They're probably going to alligator heaven if they have to be removed.
They are definitely going there. Yeah.
All right, let's hit our numbers. Obviously, this is just for the Charleston MLS, so this doesn't include numbers from Mike's area. It's obviously for the first week of the new year, 197, which was 70 more than the last week of the new year under contract. So that's a pretty big jump in 1 week, which just kind of shows kind of how busy people are ready to get moving. Some of that might have been some of the interest rate drop.
I was just about to say, yeah.
So it went down to 5.99 at one point.
Yep.
It's now like 6.07 you see in that bottom square. But that's still 0.12 less than it was last week. So there's some moving parts to that. We'll see if it stays there. Does it go a little bit lower with some of the administration changes? We'll just have to kind of see.
Yeah.
160 single family homes were under contract. 479 was the median, 250 a square foot. We had townhomes as high as 2.15 million. And a lot of those this week were in that $300 to $1 million range out of the 31 that we saw. Area medians, the big change this week, I was kind of surprised Mount Pleasant had 16 deals and they were under $1 million. Usually we see Mount Pleasant over $1 million, like we see the Peninsula. But they were under $1 million this week. So that was my big shocker of the week when I was updating these numbers. And then the other big thing was Monk's Corner bumped up to 45 transactions under contract last week. And that was almost like 1/3 extra. So like 130% or something like that. So that was pretty big. And then everything else was pretty in line to where it normally is. As far as
you know what I see there, Mark, is what Jeff and Landon say all the time. You know, everybody talks about waiting on the interest rates, but that figure over there with the single family homes under contract, and it's, you know, those prices keep going up.
Yes.
And you know, I mean, we're not car salesmen. We're not that that's a bad thing. Okay.
Right.
But you know, it's a great time to buy.
Yep. Yeah. Now is when the deals are for sure. Both pre-owned and new construction.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that if we have more questions, but 4,500 homes on the market now. Mike, if you remember back in October, we were at like 5,300. So even though that was 83 up from last week, we're still about 700-800 down from 3 months ago. So
Yeah.
inventory is low. I think on the next slide, next slide here, we only have 2.8 months of inventory. So that really still means a seller's market. But seller's market does not mean, hey, this is 2022 and the seller names their price. We're not in that market, but because of the months of inventory, it is kind of still a seller's market. But we're seeing some really good deals on the other side because the new construction has to keep in line with the pre-owned, and the pre-owned has to keep in line with the new construction. So we talk about that all the time. So this is last year. We were up 1.4% as far as transaction, about 16,000 transactions both years. We were up 6.2% in transactions December versus December, and then up 21% from November in December. And usually we see kind of it slow down through December and January. So seeing that number be way up like that was a little shocking to me, Mike.
Yeah, well, that's the way it was for me. I mean, my December was really busy last year. So that's what I saw personally, was that increase.
Overall median is up 2.7% now for the year end. So 440,000 for the area. The single family detached median was much higher because in that overall median, you have, your mobile homes and your manufactured homes and all of that. So when you go to a single family detached, 473, that's up 4.1%. So pretty big. Any other big things you see on that, Mike?
No, just that the values keep going up still, and I think. What do you think? Do you think you think it's going to be a higher number next year, comparing back to last year with the 4.1 or the?
Yeah, so I think our transactions will go up because if mortgage rates do come down and stay below 6, I think it was NAR that said we'll have 1 million more buyers in the market than we would if it's above 6. So I think that'll boost transactions. Plus, like, there's this pent up energy from that overall of people just kind of waiting around.
Yeah.
And then prices, I've got a feeling we'll see very similar increases. So I'm going to call like a 3.5% increase in price. During COVID, we saw like 18% one year. It's not going to be anything like that, but the Charleston area, we always see at least 2%, in that 2 to 5%.
Yeah, and it can vary widely depending on what part of Charleston.
Absolutely.
Even from neighborhood to neighborhood sometimes.
Yeah. Like Nexton might see a bigger increase than Cane Bay, and they touch. I mean, it's not like they're far apart from each other. So, I thought those numbers were interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
All right, let's talk about some festivals. So I had this ready for last week. We had so many questions last week that we never even got to this. So we may see some dates in here that either already started or have passed. But I've never done the Charleston Restaurant Week. Have you done that, Mike, at all?
No, I've had a few friends that have done it, but I personally haven't.
Yeah, so I've got this one friend, Bill Marco. He's on Facebook almost every night. When this Restaurant Week comes out, him and his wife try all of the downtown Charleston restaurants, because usually it's a trial menu and it's a lower price for this week to help the restaurant industry. And it's great for his wife because he gets some date nights out of it, and all that fun stuff for a little bit lower cost, and he gets to try all these amazing restaurants. So that's January 8th through the 18th coming up here. And I mean, I guess it makes sense for them to do that during probably the slowest time of the year, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know,
Yeah.
if I were coming back down there on vacation, you know what I would do is I would just write them all down, put them in a hat, and draw one out every night, and just go to that one just because I'm pretty routine guy. So it's easier for me to just go to the places I know and order what I like. But
Right.
I like to step out sometimes and force myself into other things too. So
Yeah. We got Taste of Folly coming up, which is Folly Beach, January 16th and 17th. Oyster festivals, Espresso Martini Festival. I've never even heard of that one.
me either.
Southeast Wildlife Festival Exposition, Seaweed.
Yep.
So that lasts a little. I guess, is it only 2 days, 3 days? I thought it was longer than that. I guess it's only 3 days.
No, I think it's like,
Okay.
It may have been. That's big though. That's a big deal.
Yeah. So that brings in, like, I want to say 40,000 people into the Charleston area. It's a big thing for our economy for sure. Sea and Sand Festival, Rock the Block. And then there's some springtime and summer festivals too. The big one here in Summerville is the Flowertown Festival. Yeah, that I think it's over 100,000 people that brings in, right?
It's crazy. When you see the drone footage of that thing, man, it is ridiculous.
Yeah. So that, and usually they have there it is, the Cooper Bridge Run and the Credit One Charleston Open all at the same time. So if that doesn't boost your economy with those tens of thousands of people coming in for each of those, I don't know what will, but I think they should put the Bridge Run at a different weekend.
Is the Credit One Open? Is that new?
That's the tennis Open. Yeah. I don't think it's new. I think it's been there for a while.
I mean, I know the center has been there. I just didn't know if that tournament or whatever has been going for a while.
Yeah, I'm not positive. I'm not positive. What else is good to call out here? The Cajun Festival. I think that's over in Mount Pleasant, if I remember correctly.
Which would you rather, the Bluegrass or the Jazz Festival?
I don't know. I haven't been to either of those. Have you been or heard of those?
No, but I like both styles. I mean, that's not what I listen to every day, but I enjoy listening to either one of those categories.
Yeah. I think I'd like jazz better if I were to, if you were to hold me down and ask me. Summerville Sweet Tea Festival is in September. So as you can see, this area has a ton of different festivals and stuff to do all the time.
I'm learning stuff just watching, just looking at this list, man.
Right? Mike, up there in Greenville, Spartanburg, do you guys have a lot of festivals like this as well? Or I know you used to live there, you moved here, and then you moved back, so you might not be as familiar now, but they still have a lot of festivals and stuff in downtown Greenville, right?
They do. I mean, none that compare in size to the Flowertown Festival or certainly the Bridge Run kind of stuff. But almost all the towns here will have its own little, festival, Okra Festival or Peach Festival, or Spartanburg used to have the Spring Fling. I'm not sure. They may have discontinued that, but there's a lot. And in Spartanburg, even, I mean, they Greenville, the same thing. They've revitalized their downtowns, and so they'll have music and different things like that on regular basis. There's Greek food festivals. There's Italian festivals. It's the upstate does have, and I think Charleston probably too, but a big international scene. So there are a lot of different nationalities here in the upstate. So you see a lot of that come out in some of these festivals that we have up here.
Okay. Awesome. Fran said Credit One has had the tennis open for years. Yeah. Wasn't it called something else, Fran? It wasn't really called Credit One. It might've been called the old name of the stadium, whatever that was.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I didn't know, but yeah. they've always had some sort of tennis open. I just didn't know if it was always that weekend, the end of March.
Yeah.
Jeff and Andrea say hello. Hey guys.
Hello.
They must be out of their meeting. They're probably on their way home. Okay. So obviously lots of stuff to do. If you need this slide, just email us info@Charleston Area Living. Happy to send it over to you. I think there's a way we can post this online too. I'll try to figure that out, and we can post it to our Charleston Area Living website as well. But I thought this was cool. Do you know what the last one is, Mike? Pickers.
I was just about to say, that's so funny because I was like, I don't know what it is, but I like that last one. It sounds pretty cool.
Hullabaloo Flea Market. Pickers,
yeah, Pickers Hullabaloo Flea Market.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, and then concerts. I was surprised to see how many concerts were coming to Charleston. Barry Manilow, Eric
Manilow,
Edwin McCain, Earth, Wind, and Fire. You remember them, Mike?
Oh man, yeah.
My mom's gonna pipe in here, I guarantee. So when I was a kid, she had this Chevy conversion van, and she would play Earth, Wind, and Fire, and all the time they would go yow in their music. So it was kind of funny. Brandon Lake, we got tickets to Brandon Lake at the Credit One Stadium. Yeah,
he's gonna be up here in Greenville too, and thinking about doing that myself.
What's the big stadium up there in Greenville? I think I've been to that once.
Yeah.
Is it not Gillette? No, that's Patriots.
No, it's St.
Francis.
It used to be, I think, but it's okay. They've recently changed the name.
That's a nice stadium too that they have up there.
Yeah.
See, she said, you know it. Weird Al Yankovic. I thought he was done. Like, I'm surprised at that one.
Listen, there's a couple on this list that I thought were done.
Goo Goo Dolls. You remember them? My wife loves the Goo Goo Dolls.
I do not remember them.
Yep, they were a big 90s band.
90s alt rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought this was a cool list to show too, just to start the new year. You can kind of help plan out some of the fun things that you want to do this year. And then Dorchester County Parks and Recreations Program has a bunch of events that I was surprised at how many different things they had going on. So over at the Ashley River and Pine Trace Parks, all kinds of stuff. Tales of the Trail, Weather Adventure, Pond Patrol, Tiny Trekkers, baseball and softball clinics, family fishing clinic, Puzzle Palooza. Yeah. Homeschool co-op enrichment programs in January and February. I thought it was cool that, county parks were offering all this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. My brain's on overload already.
Have you been to that new Ashley River Park? It's what, 2 years old now, I guess?
Yeah, I actually drove through it, and then I actually parked in there one day to do some stuff on my laptop while I was between appointments. So I haven't been there with my family and walked around. I think my family's been there though without me. But
yeah, it's pretty cool. They got some trails and different ponds there. There was an alligator with one of his part of his tail cut off over there.
Oh wow!
And it's a fun little area.
Now they have boats or kayaks too there, don't they?
I think so. I know they have like a dock that you can go out on. And when we went there, it was still really new, so I don't think they had the boats yet, but I think they have them now.
Yeah, and there's a pretty good dog park out there, isn't there?
Yes. Yeah, I believe you're right. Yep. So I thought that was cool. And then I found this list on Holy City Sinner. So they have a like an online newspaper, online Facebook page and all. So there's 2 pages of upcoming restaurants coming. So like Ben and Jerry's down on Isle of Palms. You've got Dog and Duck coming to Nexton in Summerville, which is on the top of the second row there. Duck Donuts just opened in Carnes, but they're also opening one in Mount Pleasant. We've got 2 more Eggs Up Grills coming, one in James Island and one in Goose Creek. We got Dog and Duck twice on there. Fratello's Italian Tavern is going to be over on Folly Road. Some new Garden Kiwa downtown restaurants. Monk's Corner, another Italian restaurant. They have one up there that was pretty okay. And then, so they're opening another one. So that'll be good. I always like Italian, Mike. That's one of my favorite for sure.
Yeah, I like Italian too.
Yeah.
Too. The Melting Pot.
Melting Pot. Yeah, that was a surprising one. Yeah. So we went to the Melting Pot up in Myrtle Beach because we were there for Night of 1,000 Candles. And we filmed part of Night of 1,000 Candles in our most recent Livin Carolina video that we just put out for community Northbrook. So you'll see my whole family, pretty much my whole family, except for my stepson Philip, in there in that video. Because it was so close to this community, we decided to kind of pair the Night of 1,000 Candles at Brook Green Gardens with the community. So that was real fun. So check that out on our Livin Carolina channel for sure.
What is a chicken mac?
Chicken mac. Where's that one? Oh,
at first,
Candace-based fast casual chicken restaurant chain. Like we don't have enough chicken places. It doesn't say where that one's going to be, but supposedly it's coming to the Charleston area. And then we got all of these.
Golly.
Like Charleston is really becoming a restaurant place. Now, people from New York and New Jersey, I get it. You guys are on a different level. So it's going to take us a decade to catch up probably. But as you can see, we're bringing stuff in. You know what I mean? There was another thing on here coming to Nexton. Tavern 33. It doesn't have a known opening date, but that's supposed to be coming to downtown Nexton, which is good because I think we need more stuff in downtown Nexton. So you have Nexton Square, kind of where our office is, and then as you go up Brighton Park towards the Harris Teeter, you'll see a lot of apartment buildings, and on the first floor of a lot of these apartment buildings are supposed to be retail and restaurants and things like that. So it's good to see more stuff coming to those for sure.
Now that small sliders. That's pretty good. We have one of those up here in Spartanburg, and that's not bad. That's good drive-through eating on the way kind of a deal.
Okay, like little burgers and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, little burgers. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Ice cream places, Odd Duck Market. I don't even know what that is. More donut places. So lots of stuff coming for sure. All right. Tampa Bob has a question. Hello from New Jersey. Is there any way we can get a copy of all these wonderful events? Yeah. If you want to just email me info@charlestonarealiving.com or mark@charlestonarealiving.com. I can try to send you these. I'll also try to put them on our website. I think there's a way I can do that on charlestonarealiving.com. I'll see if there's a blog area I can put them to. But yeah, if you just email me, I'll definitely send them on.
Yeah, those were really handy, man.
Yeah, I thought so too. Kelly says, I enjoyed the candles at Myrtle's Inn. It was beautiful. Yes. We've been there 3 years in a row. And like, if you want to see the most Christmas lights, that's the place to go for sure. The most. She said your video. I wasn't there. Oh, good. I'm glad you started to see the video. Thanks for watching that. It was a lot of fun. And they have a catering company that comes in there, Mike. Like you can make a full night of it because it opens at 4 p.m. and you can go and eat at the catering place. They had lobster French fries.
Wow.
I wish we didn't eat Melting Pot before we went there because I would have gotten those lobster French fries for sure.
Now, what is a
Uh,
lobster French fry?
I think it's just like cheese fries, but it's French fries with lobster and cheese all over.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Uh, oh man, if I lose you again, Mike, it's because this it's crashing.
Uh-oh.
It's not letting me click stuff again like it was doing before. But
All right.
Bob said this is Robert Felicity. Okay, I'll get it to you, Robert, for sure. Okay, let me see if it'll let me hide that one. All right, I think it's going to go down again. Just keep talking, Mike. If I go now, I'll be back.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about something up in your area. There's a brand new Del Webb Nexton in Greenville.
Yep. Yep. So the Del Webb Nexton, it's not Del Webb Nexton, it's Del Webb in Greenville, and it's in a great part of the upstate. It's just what would that be? Kind of southeast of Greenville proper, but sandwiched between Greenville and Simpsonville, and you've got Malden. That's going to be one of those areas where you've got Greenville, 20, 30 minutes from you this way. But then you've got Malden, Simpsonville, Fountain Inn, 3 smaller communities, but they have a ton of stuff, and just a super location for that Greenville Del Webb, and it's smaller, so it's not one of these giant communities. I think it's less than 500 homes out there, but they're selling great so far. They're almost up to 100 homes, and they've only been selling for a couple of months now. So they're making it happen over there.
And they're only going to have like 480 homes in there, right, Mike?
Yeah, just under 500. I don't remember the exact number, and the amenities aren't bad for that, that number of houses. So, and it's beautiful. It's a little, what we don't have in the Lowcountry, some hills and a little hilly bit of a neighborhood, and you got some great views behind you. You can even see the mountains from some of the streets and stuff like that. So it's really nice.
Yeah.
And it sits on the Reedy River.
Yeah. The Reedy River.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's not walking trails all the way to Greenville from there, I'm assuming, but they will have some walking trails right along it, right?
Yeah, it's like I want to say like a 4 mile or 2.5 mile trail within the community, basically, that takes you back around the community and and along the Reedy River. I'm not sure. This is where we're going to make it up and lie, or we're going to be pretty close to being right. I'm not sure how far from the Swamp Rabbit Trail, which is probably what you're thinking of.
Yes.
That community is going to be, because the Swamp Rabbit Trail goes all the way from Fountain Inn all the way up into Greenville, and it's a great trail to ride on and walk on, and a lot of different things happening there.
I was in Greenville for a when I worked for Verizon, and I took my bike with me. And let me just tell you, biking in the Charleston area compared to the Greenville area is totally different. At the time, I was biking like 10 or 12 miles every day. And I think I got 4 miles out of that because it was just so many hills. And like I'd turn a corner and I'd look up like this, like, holy moly. It was not the same.
I've gotten on my bike one time since I've been up here, and I literally, not even a mile, I went and went out of the parking lot where our house is, and there's a church next door, and walked through the parking lot of the church and went straight downhill of this road, and that was a great ride. I couldn't ride it back up. I had to walk it back up the hill, man. That's how out of shape I am. And so anyway, yeah, that's the last time I've been on my bike.
But in that Greenville Del Webb, Mike, they have pretty much all the same options as the Nexton or the North Myrtle Beach one, but they have different models there than they do on Model Row in Nexton. So if you're traveling through that area, definitely let us know. We'll have Mike bring you over there, and you'll be able to see the newer models like the Mystique and the Mainstay. And, you might just fall in love with that area as well, because a lot of our clients will come in town, and they're looking at all different areas across the Carolinas and sometimes down to Florida. And, you know, we want to be your single source for South Carolina for sure.
For sure.
So, you know, let us know if you're considering that area as well.
Yeah. And if you take the state tour, I mean, you can probably hit most of the models that they offer, because like Point Hope even has some different models than Nexton does.
That's right.
And I imagine, you know, Del Webb Myrtle Beach has some different ones as well. So, yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah. Robert says, I noticed you didn't have Horizon's cars under the 55 section. Yeah, that's a good point. I need to add that. It's been long enough where I should have done that already. But you know, the video guy, the video editing guy, the team leader is all the same person as the website guy. So I do need to get on that, Robert, for sure. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate that. I'll get it on there. All right. What else? So we got a couple minutes left. Are there any other questions out there, whether it's 55 plus or non 55 plus? You know, we do a good amount in the 55 plus because we have so many of them here, and we've just kind of become neighborhood experts in those. Four Seasons is another one that we have a late arriver with 2.5 minutes left. He decides to join us on the live.
Hey,
I don't want to hear it later in the year when you're like, you weren't on 17 different Tuesday Night Lives. This counts. I'm on before it's over. Listen, to the people of Carnes Crossroads, I apologize if I might have broken the speed limit just a little bit trying to get to my house. But I was listening to it, and then I looked down at the screen when I was at a stop sign, and Mark's little computer thing was doing this on it. I'm like, no, Mike's by himself.
Yeah, did you see that?
That was the second time,
he looked
actually.
me last week also.
It's something with this computer. I got to drop it off at the Cane Bay computers.
Yeah. Well, I made it home. We went to the Berkeley Middle College thing tonight for the girls to see what that's like. So if y'all don't know what that is, if you have high school students, it's pretty cool. Abby, Mark's daughter, goes to it. They go to Trident Tech for their junior and senior year, and they can actually walk out after their senior year of high school with an associate's degree from Trident Tech.
Wow,
that's pretty cool.
That's really good.
Did you learn anything tonight, Jeff, out there? Did I tell you any lies?
No, I guess you didn't explain to me as much that it is a little bit more difficult than I thought to get the associates. You probably got to do some summer school and some other stuff on top of it. Maybe you did, and I just didn't catch that.
Yeah.
The only thing that concerns me a little bit is the room was full, and they only have 50 spaces. And so it's not necessarily merit-based. It's you qualify, and then if they have 70 people that want, it goes to a lottery system, and they haven't had to do that for many years, but they feel this year's the first year they're probably going to have to do that. So if God wants room there,
your name was Jeff Gregg, though, right?
I did try to roll big in there and be like, do you know who I am? I know Mark Klim.
So they say 50, but I think Abby's class is 66. So right. they do go above a little bit above the 50.
I have bribed people before. I'm not against it. I'll do it again.
Yeah. Funny.
Surprising what a $5 lottery ticket will get you sometimes.
We talked about everything from Greenville to Charleston tonight. I told them we were out doing video in Nexton and in Summerville. In our last minute here, is there anything big that you wanted to mention?
I would say just from what I learned today when we did that video that'll be out in a few weeks. But there's those two houses that we toured today in Summerwind Crossing are extremely well priced. And so if you've been kicking around the idea of Summerwind, give us a holler because I truly feel like both of those homes, if you were to go in today and build them from the ground up, they would be $50,000 or more than what they're currently listed at.
Yeah. Yep. I agree with that.
It's a good time of year to buy.
One of them was under 400,000, just so you know.
Yep. And the one had a second story. So it was big. It was almost 2,600 square feet, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2558, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, thanks for filling in, Mike. I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, my pleasure.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody for joining tonight. If you want to know more, we would love to hop on a Zoom call and chat and see if we can't point you in the right direction and, you know, take you out and show you some of these neighborhoods. We would love to do that. At the end of this video here, there'll be a QR code. Scan that QR code, book a Zoom call with us, or go down to the description of this video. You'll see a link there to do it as well. Until next Tuesday, we'll see you.
Hold on. One question. I want to go with it. Can I guess the number? Did you do the guess?
We didn't do the number.
Didn't do it.
Okay. Then let's just all assume that I was right. We'll see y'all next week.